Hi, this is Tony Stanislavski. Welcome to the online accelerator program. The purpose of this is just to get you off this week to a good start. We don't formally assignments and everything in my Blackboard sites, and when things are going to be due formally doesn't start until January 27th. That's next week, Monday. But I want to get everything in place for everybody so that we're up to a running start. For both the ITNet 101 course and the ITSUP 102 course, we're going to be using Test Out LabSim software. And the two that we're going to be using are we're going to be using the PC Pro for our ITSUP. Now, don't get scared by the price because you're going to have a bundled price where you're able to purchase this using a promotional code for $89. And then we're also going to be using the Network Pro, and that maps to the ITNet 101 course. Again, we're going to be using a promotional code that will allow us to get this for $69. So the LabSim for ITNet 101 is $69, the ITSUP 102 is $89. And a couple of things. One is the licenses for these last for 2 years. So you have access to them for the content and updated content by LabSim for 2 years. They're currently working on HTML 5.0 version. And I will share with you that beta later on so that you can watch the videos and read the content on a mobile device if you choose to. This has provided some of our best training, and I'm just going to talk briefly about what it will allow you to do. I'm going to log in and show you. Now again, you haven't purchased it, but once you purchase it, basically what you do is you're going to be creating a user account, and again, it'll be similar to this, and I have another screencast that I'll post today that walks you through this. But you're going to go ahead and create an account, and then this would be the activation code that you would put in that you would get from TestOut after you've purchased the product using the promotional codes. So, and then that would map to your login. So what's going to end up happening through the course of the program is you're going to have multiple LabSim products mapped to your user ID or user account. It's really important that you use your first and full name here. Your desired login could be your first initial, last name, whatever it may be, but so that I can recognize it. So I'm just going to log in and kind of show you what after you've purchased the LabSim product, what it would be look like. Now again, I have a video that a screencast that I'll post that walks you through the purchase, the implementation of the code, joining the class, all that kind of stuff. And that will come though. This is more of a broad-based overview, just to give you an idea. So what you're going to see is once I have my LabSims purchased, again I have an instructor account, I end up with, this semester you'll have the Test Out PC Pro and you'll have the Network Pro. Okay. Now I'm gonna just spend time with the Network Pro because this one actually you're going to be going through in its entirety. The A+, the Test Out PC Pro is not going to be done in its entirety because there's some duplication and overlap of content. So when I click on the Network Pro, this opens up my LabSim, and you'll notice we have 10 sections here in the LabSim. Now what's going to happen is each week you're going to have responsibility of completing a section or two, especially early on. It's going to be a lot of content. I front load the classes. So you're going to be completing sections, and then you're going to be taking screenshots and posting them in Blackboard. However, if you ever want to work ahead in the program or the class this semester, one way you could do this is by working ahead in the Network Pro. The other thing I want to point out is that you have two sets of exam questions here. One is for the Network Pro practice exam. This is a certification that's given to you by TestOut after you complete this exam. This exam in the Network Pro will be required of you. It will not be required of you in the PC Pro, but will be optional. Okay? And then on bottom here is your preparation for the CompTIA certification, which is more widely known and recognized for the Network Plus exam, which we have reduced vouchers available for you to purchase. Again, this is something that you would take outside the construct of the class, and again, I'll talk more about certifications in the future. So what you'll end up having is a account that has both the PC Pro and the Network Pro. And for these classes, these are going to be the ones that we're going to be using. Now, Lane does not require the Cisco one for the CCNP. However, if you want to purchase the Cisco certified lab sim, you can feel free to. It's again, I believe, $69 or $89. And Lane will post or give you an idea of one. I would probably wait on that and see how valuable you'll find it. Now, most students in previous online sections have gone ahead and purchased the I shouldn't say CCNP, it's CCNA, Lab Sim. Now, what this does is this maps to all 4 classes that you're going to be taking, so it can be used back up. Now, also following in the next couple of weeks, once you get access to them, you're going to also have access to CBT Nuggets. You're going to have access to the MSDNA Academy for Microsoft software, and you're going to have access to the VMware Academy. So you're going to have access to a lot of information. This is stuff that we'll talk about next week. For this week, what I want you to do is I want you to get the LabSims purchase, set up your account, join the classes, and if you choose to, start working on the ITNet 101, the Network Pro LabSim, if you choose to, if you want to get a head start. Okay? So that's kind of an introduction. I'm just going to say a couple of more other things as we approach the official start date. There's a couple things. One is the PC build will again become available to you in the upcoming weeks. The important thing to remember about the PC build is that this is a semester project. So I know people get chomping at the bit and they want to build and all that kind of stuff, but I kind of pace it out because I want you to get used to, first of all, the submission, the lab sims, the required work of you week in and week out, and then there's good lab sim in the PC Pro that gets you for people who have never built a computer from scratch that I want you to go through. So we're probably going to be ordering our parts mid-February, and then hopefully by February, and then by March, beginning of March, first couple of weeks of March, we start building, or even middle March, and then we install operating system April, and we have everything completed hopefully by the end of April. That's kind of the goal. And we'll, again, talk about this. There's a lot of information that gets laid on you, and what I found out best to do is to try to do this incrementally so that you're able to have time to digest and see what's going to be required of you. And that's why I've just taken a very deliberate approach this first semester to everything. Again, if you have questions, you'll want to post on the Google Plus group. Most questions that you have, other students will also have. The other thing that I'm going to do today is I'm going to post some Hangout schedule. I'm probably going to do one next Monday evening, a Google Hangout, and then I will pick probably an afternoon actually a morning. I probably would choose Wednesday morning to do one, and we'll see how many people can attend. I record these, and then if need be, I'll run another one in the evening or maybe on a weekend for people that can't make it, if that's the case. And I typically run Hangouts at the beginning of the semester, at the end of the semester for the group. But again, you're welcome to initiate a Hangout or whatever need be with myself or other students, or if there's a call for a need for another one, I'm more than willing to. But most people, once they get started, the synchronous part of a program like this doesn't work out very well, meaning where we actually schedule times to meet. I basically do this through podcasting, screencasting, things that are asynchronous that students can watch at their own time, and then post responses in Blackboard, in Google Plus if need be. So all that information will be coming today. Again, I hope everybody is registered for classes. If you're not registered for classes, you need to get on that ASAP. Because again, really, MATC classes formally start tomorrow. I believe because we're an online section, we probably don't start till Wednesday or something, or Saturday or something like that. Again, I don't really go by MAT's schedule. We'll be starting next week, Monday. So again, if you have any questions, please post it. I'll be posting this video. I'll be posting another video on how to not to purchase the LabSim, but how to sign up for the classes and initiate, put your promotional code in, all that kind of stuff. Signing up for the appropriate class in LabSim. So it walks you through that. I will also be posting the document with the codes and how you go about purchasing it. These are available in the bookstore, both not the CCNA, but the IT Sup and the ITNet, the PC Pro and the Network Pro. Most online students, especially depending on where you're at, find it just as easy to purchase it, or much easier to purchase it online directly from TestOut. The other thing I want to mention about TestOut is if you have a problem with the LabSim, and I'll reiterate again this in the Hangouts, and you'll probably hear from me again, TestOut is really, really good at customer service, meaning if there's an issue or problem, they are very, very good at addressing it. I have a name, Kent Mahoney, who's the sales rep, our sales rep. He can handle things, but also just live chatting or contacting them. If there's an issue with it, typically contacting them is the best route. So if there's a technical issue, because they have run into the issues, they understand the configuration, they understand what they're doing. It's a very well-run company, excellent product. I've had much success with students using these products, getting certified, learning the content, and being able to do. So again, I'm excited. So welcome aboard. Happy Martin Luther King Day. And again, throughout the week, if you have questions, please come to Google Plus to ask those questions. And like I said, my Blackboard sites will be up next week, Monday. My first weekly assignment for IT Sup 102 and ITNet 101 will be posted. I go very deliberately and week by week. Lane has indicated to me that he has his Blackboard site up. So you should have, once you join the Cisco One class, you should have access to his Blackboard site. And he will, again, if you have questions, post to Google Plus or email him directly. So I really look forward to working with this semester. Our online program has been getting better and better. And we've had mucho success with students who are completing it, who have landed jobs, who have had great success. And I'll talk more about how the program will fit for you and how to kind of approach it and go about it. I think for people that understand this is your chance, I think you're not going to find a better chance out there to either advance your career in IT or to get an associate's degree in IT. So I look forward to working with you and getting to know you. One last thing. I have a bio category up on Google+. If everybody could add a bio, their names, tell us a little bit about yourself so that we can start getting to know each other, or create a Google Doc and post a link to that. That's what I'm going to do this week. Maybe include some pictures just so that we can start personalizing each other. It really helps when we can start. I mean, it's funny because I usually get to know my online students better than my in-person students. First of all, I have less of you, but the other thing is I spend probably the next 2 years with you, and probably engage you in various methods like email, instant message, text message, etc. So and I think we've had other students get to know each other well, both in online by forming study groups or meeting online and talking to each other, helping each other out. I think this is one of the best ways to learn for any kind of adult student, and I really enjoy teaching it. So, and it's not really teaching it, it's moderating it, facilitating it, helping you guys. So I look forward to working with you. If there's any questions, come back to Google+. I know I'm kind of rambling, had too much coffee. All right, so I look forward to working with you. Take care.